Sports update. In Football World Cup news, the US player Balogun is suspended for the Belgium game.
Oh, apparently not. Not after Donald Trump calls FIFA president Infantino.
So I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete, and I understand sports really well. And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. And he gave him a red card. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't think it meant much. Then I started hearing that means he can't play in the next game. Yes, I asked for a review by FIFA.
There are so many levels of wrong here, I'm not even sure where to begin. Firstly, this is not a play, and those are not infractions. Secondly, Trump continuously lies about his own sporting prowess when he was young. Thirdly, talk about going from know-nothing to expert in 10 minutes. Dunning-Kruger red card offence, surely. Fourthly, rules is rules. That's not called American exceptionalism, that's called cheating and corruption. However, I'd like to make a point I haven't heard anyone else talk about, and that's to ask if Americans have a fundamentally different approach to sport to the rest of the world. Or, to put it another way, do Americans understand the virtues of a nil-nil draw? I'd always assumed America represents raw capitalism, an unfettered system where freedom from regulation means advantage for the smartest and quickest. So unfiltered capitalism for the USA and a more rules-based approach to governance for everyone else. Only when I look at sport, I actually see the total opposite. It's amazing how much American sport is run on socialist-style principles. Yes, I'm talking about the draft system. The idea that you give the worst teams in your league the first choice in selecting young players to make the system more fair? Perhaps the motives are less than idealistic, because the draft system creates churn. That's more randomised results, which means different champions for different seasons, which is better apparently for TV ratings. But the fundamentals are American sports rig their systems against the successful teams. Now compare that with football, not to be confused with the less well-known hand-egg, a sport played only in the USA and a handful of other countries. Football is capitalism, raw capitalism. Many empires dominate the landscape. Manchester United, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. These are not just football teams, these are institutions of power. These are multinational brands. They leverage money to dominate, to buy the best players, to sell the most shirts, to buy all the best players. Successful football teams can dominate their leagues for years, for decades even. If you want to see raw capitalism in sporting action, football, not hand-egg. I think there's something our American cousins might not be getting here. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but sport is warfare. Safe warfare, very safe warfare. Basically, the most dedicated athletes imaginable run around representing you, whilst you sit on a sofa with a face full of Pringles. So, comfortable, yes, but still, this is war. As the World Cup shows, our nations can battle one another. We have our side, they have theirs. We want to cheer on our heroes, but above everything, we want victory. And if that's because their best player is absent, great! We'll make a song up about it and sing it to the enemy.
And you want to see a game with your best players. We have our best players, and they have to have their best. And if we win or we lose, it's fair.
No, if your star player is unavailable, you are upset. But if your enemy's star player is unavailable, you are happy, deliriously. Sport must be just, obviously, but fair?
You want the other side to be at its best so that your victory is not tainted. I just hope the match will go on, everyone will be at full strength, and the winner will be the winner. And if it's Belgium, they have a very good team. They'll move on and they can say they beat the US at full strength at home.
What is this American obsession with getting teams to show the best version of themselves? Is this not actually about sport, but actually about entertainment? Look at the sports America has felt the need to invent, or at least repurpose. Sports that demand continual score changes and high scores. Sports where the need to succeed, to score, is continually satiated. Is this therefore a deeper question about the American sporting psyche? A state of mind so tuned to turning everyone into scorers and winners that it cannot understand when you have a weaker team and you're playing for that nil-nil draw. I'm a big fan of American culture. I always have been. But I have to say, there are occasions, particularly sporting occasions, when I observe my fellow cousins across the Great Pond and I'm reminded we are two nations divided by a common sport.
I'm just scratching my head and wondering why Donald Trump didn't rule those 4 goals out offside.
I know.